Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm just making a house. I'm not trying to make a house. Though I successfully didn't. Though I think it turned out really cute. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's just base game and cats and dogs. Yeah, and I used a lot of cats and dog stuff I've never used before, and it turned out really good. I really liked it. I don't know, I thought like the living room turned out nice, and the dining room and stuff. I don't know, the kitchen was kind of weird. I had an opening, like, but the wall opening into it was like, because the wall openings that come from cats and dogs are for medium wall height, and the thing is in medium wall height, but it was a little too tall, and I put cabinets above it, so that part looks kind of funny. But yeah, I think at first I just wanted to use one of those couches, the half hexagons. So I used that. That was like the whole reason I was kind of doing it. Because I'm like, I don't use those like at all, since it kind of is a weird shape, and I don't like messing around with the circular roofs because for some reason I can't figure out how to use them well. Because I made this turkey home in The Sims, like on Thanksgiving, and like for the head of the turkey, I tried to like use the rounded roof, but it was like overhanging a bunch. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Though I probably should have used the hexagonal roof since the head was like a hexagon too. But yeah, okay. So that was exciting. Oh, you know what I kind of want to do is once Molly ages up in the 100 baby challenge to an elder, so she can't have kids anymore, I kind of want the next heir to live in that turkey home I made, because I think that would be kind of funny. Like, wait, like, oh, you live in a house shaped like a turkey, that's strange. I don't know, that just sounds kind of fun. That might just be a stupid idea, but you know, that does sound kind of cool, right? Like living in a turkey home. But it's like an actual turkey. Like, I've seen some videos when people like recreate like things in The Sims, like, I don't know, a Christmas tree, and then they just like have it go on the floor. But I actually made it like 4 stories tall, the turkey. It's weird. But yeah, I do like this house. It's 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, I think. Maybe there's 2 bathrooms. No, I actually don't remember. I didn't even build this that long ago, but I can't remember. But yeah, I'm so excited for the new pack to come out soon. Like on the 1st of June. But by the time you're already watching it, it's already came out. But they showed the live stream today, of like going over the things, and it looks so cool. Though it was like really long. I didn't expect it to be that long. So I kind of stopped watching it like midway through. I'm like, I have other things I need to get done. But it would look cool. I can't wait for all this stuff. Like, there's so many beds, and I didn't even notice that there was 2 kitchen sets. Like, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that when it comes out. Like, I don't mind if I have to pay full price. But yeah, you know what other game I was thinking of? Because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna get stuff, what other stuff should I get? Okay, let me show you something though first. Look at Phoebes. She's jumped into a basket. But I was thinking like game packs. Since I have most of the expansion packs and I don't really want, get famous at all. Like, the fact that people will call you, like, you want this job, that part sounds really fun. But to get that for $40, no. Though I feel like this is really bad, but, like, I kind of want Strangerville. And most people are like, no, Strangerville's not good. But, like, there's this thing, this stain on the floor that you can get, and I kind of like making creepy builds sometimes. And it'll look like you can make murder scenes, and it's like, oh, what happened here? And then you can like renovate it and stuff. That sounds fun. But yeah. Stop it, don't do that. And I also think that the playthrough would be kind of fun, since I do really like, I'm definitely a gameplay person. And this is my favorite thing to do, just play with the Sims. I can't just jump real fast. You scared me, Phoebes. No. But yeah, and then I was also thinking about getting Dine Out, since I feel like I'd also use that a lot. Have my Sims go to restaurants, because I want them to do something else than just like the boring everyday things. But yeah. And then for stuff packs, I was thinking there wasn't really too many I thought about, but like the one I sort of wanted was Cool Kitchen, and there's a kitchen set, which is cool. It looks pretty cool. I know little Simsy doesn't like it, since she said something about the frosted glass, and for a while I didn't do it. But then I'm like, you know what? That doesn't really bother me, the frosted glass. And yeah, you know, I should probably watch more Sims YouTubers. The only person I really watch like every day is little Simsy. Though I feel like I'd get much more distracted if I had more people to watch. Like, everyday people I have to watch little Simsy, and then I watch Rebecca Zamolo's like all of her channels, the Van Rebecca Zamolo, Game Master Network, and then sometimes the other ones if they sound interesting. But I like watch those every day. Like, I started watching it like when they first started the Game Master Network thing, since my sister watched Rebecca when she made like slime back then, and I was never big into slime. I didn't like it. Like, I still don't like slime. I don't really get the point. It's all sticky. Just play with Play-Doh or like putty. But then she showed me this thing at the end of the one video when she's like breaking through boxes, and there's this note, and I'm like, huh? And I'm like, that sounds cool. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch. And that's like when it first started, and back then the Game Master was scary. I was terrified. Like, I literally was afraid to go upstairs or to go downstairs or just go anywhere in my house that I thought the Game Master was literally in my house hiding under my bed or something. And so I watched for a long time, but like at some point these, like, I don't know what they're called. Maybe a quadrant or something before the quadrant. Like, from that period, I remember they were in the woods and they found these people, and I don't remember their names because I stopped watching because I'm like, okay, I get way too terrified of this. I probably shouldn't be watching this since I'm scaring myself. So I stopped watching for a little bit, but then my sister showed me the video when it's when we first see Agent R and Agent S, and they're at the weird building, and they're like, oh, everything was fake. It was all just a funny game. And I'm like, this sounds interesting. So I started watching again, and I'm like, woo! And it wasn't as scary anymore since that was really good. Since I was so terrified. But yeah, then I stopped watching for like a little bit again, like back in November, or maybe it was December to, wait, am I missing a part? No, I'm not. It's been a full year, jeez. Like, how is that possible? But then I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it has been a full year. But anyway, yeah, I stopped watching from like December 2019 to maybe March 2020. But I just kept, like, I kept having a backlog of them because I would like to catch up and watch a bunch at a time. But if I didn't catch up, then I'd like, ooh, then they'd all go back. So that wasn't good. Then I started watching again, and then I got sad because Agent R and Agent S were gone, and they were like the best characters. So yeah, and I still watched through all of that. And then I remember being so excited, and it was summertime, and they did a face reveal of Agent R, and I was like so shocked since it was like weird additions, and it was a Smurf contest or something. I remember like, what? Well, I shouldn't have been that surprised. I figured it out like I don't know how I figured it out. I think I was looking through Instagram at people, like I think it was a fan page or something, and then they showed like their actual face. I'm like, ah! Agent S without his glasses on is really scary. But yeah, oh, they both have YouTube channels. Agent S's is funny since he does a Zeddy Bunch, and his actual name is Sean Benzetti, and yeah, the Zeddy Bunch is pretty cool. But anyway, and I kept watching through that, and I've been watching since. So that's exciting. Though I feel like Rick Noah was really evil. Like, what's he up to? Because, like, why do I always have to get rid of good characters? Like, they had characters and then they just kind of disappeared. Like, where did Zoe go? Where did Robbie Rob go? I don't know. And they're probably trying to phase out Rick Noah and, like, Alice. Who knows where she went? Sorry if you don't know what that is. If you've never seen Rebecca Zamolo's videos, like, the whole thing, very long and quite confusing. But I'm working on the outside now. You know, the outside I spent quite a bit of time on, which is surprising since I hate landscaping. It's so boring, and I've been trying to do it more often, but yeah. I never get why, some people like to put fences all over their build, because I don't like fences. I feel like maybe it's just my neighborhood, but there's not like that many people with fences. I guess if you have a dog, it's like typical to put a fence up, since like they might try to jump over the fence. And then there was this one dog, it was a German Shepherd that lived like 2 houses down from me, and my parents said that it scared me. I remember it, but not back then. But it was ginormous, and they put up this big fence, but the dog was like bigger than the fence. Like, it could have totally jumped over it. It put its paws up there, and it's very scary. But anyway, my other neighbor had 2, I think he still does, but he moved away, 2 Yorkie Terriers, and they would run at the German Shepherd thinking they could like take him on, but then he'd bark, and then they'd run away scared. But they always like came in to like buy the dog, like all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take you down, but then they get all scared. But yeah, I don't know, there's not, I guess there are some dogs, there's sometimes like poop, and like it's annoying when people like don't pick up their dog poop, like, why won't you? And once there's this picture you have on there's this camera downstairs, and it's a sign my dad made, and because someone pooped a dog pooped in our yard, and so he like shoots the poop onto the note and said something like, I don't poop in your yard, please don't let your dog do so in mine. But it wasn't like the poop word, it was the S word instead. But I don't swear. Yeah. Oh, I lowered it in the part of the backyard, and I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but it felt so weird, and then like there should be something else here. It seems boring. But it's a little sunken backyard. There was groundhogs where I lived for a while. Like, we have this patio in the back, and they crawled under it, and they lived there, and we had to get them out. The one was really smart, and like we had this cage set up to like get him in it. So we had like cantaloupe in it, and we were trying to lure him, but he'd figure out how to get the cantaloupe out, and very tricky guy. And then there was another, I think it was a girl, and she was easier to get in, and you know, and we released him somewhere. But yeah, some of my neighbors don't like to release animals. I'm like, why? It's mean. Yeah, my neighbor right next door, they don't like to keep animals in their yard. I'm like, what's wrong with that? And there's this cute little chipmunk in our yard, and it's like, was definitely in a fight since it's missing his ear, but it's so cute, and my cats go psycho when they see him. He's just like, ooh, but I don't think he can hear anymore. But he's pretty strong chippy. But yeah, that's the end of this video. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!